first thing I'm going to have you do is just pull up a little chart on MDHI because it's been holding a pretty good support level, and we've talked about this stock quite a bit. And they finally put out some news this morning that gives us some numbers related to their fall Costco promotion and some of the other online promotion and marketing that they've been doing. So we're going to give a little update on this guy. Put out some press yesterday, didn't really have any numbers. They just mentioned their online promotion and the fall Costco promotion. But now that they're putting out numbers, you can kind of start to gauge some revenue estimates in your head. So let's check this out. Medical Alarm Concepts Holding Inc. today provides its investors with preliminary results for its recently launched fall promotional activities, which will officially begin on Monday, October 15th. It was filed in 8K a couple weeks ago. It's going on for the next month. Thus far, sales have been brisk and are meeting company's expectations. In only the first few days, 3 days, we've actually confirmed, of the promotion, over 125 units were ordered, with most having already been shipped to customers. The rate of customer upgrade to longer contracts remains in excess of 70%. So they have the revenues coming in from the sale of the units, but also the recurring monthly revenues just for the med-dependent plans that the company uses. With the vast majority of customers opting for their additional 12-month terms for their contracts, 12-month extension contract terms provided at aggressive industry rates. Ronnie Adams, CEO, we have staffed and budgeted for approximately 1,500 units to be sold during this 30-day promotional period, which will generate some very meaningful incremental revenues and strong gross margins. I talk a little bit about the monthly recurring revenue sales here. Let's just check out this at the bottom here. The additional units we are expecting to sell and ship during the next 30 days will add approximately $20,000 to our monthly recurring revenues. That's just the units they're going to sell this month with this fall Costco promotion. Also, they're going to sell about anywhere from 1,250 to 1,500 units. We're talking about $40 profit per unit. Then you're talking about $750,000 to $1 million in revenues over the course of a year with those monthly recurring revenues. So pretty big promotion going on right now. And we're not even talking about the units that they're selling overseas now that they've started to expand overseas, or some of their other distributors within the U.S. We're not talking about the units that they're selling through Albertsons. This is just with these recent Costco promotions that they've been doing. So when you're talking about a company sitting at a 2 to 2.5 million market cap, and their revenues are creeping up in between probably $1 million, $2 million right now, and obviously growing at a very high rate, entering that exponential growth rate, you could talk about a stock that has some significant potential fundamentally. But one thing that we do need this company to do yet, and they've been talking about it quite a bit, is get out some audited financials to prove these numbers, because in the penny world, so many people are used to companies talking about this stuff, and then they don't follow through with filing financials or audited financials. So that's what we're looking for with these guys. But another key point here, this additional monthly recurring revenue that they'll get this month with these sales through the fall Costco promotion, when combined with our current monthly recurring revenue, will easily push us into operating profitability. So they're going to be profitable by the end of the month is what they're looking for here. Once we achieve profitability, we expect profits and revenues to grow. End of this year, they're going to increase overseas expansion as well as just, general online marketing and whatnot. So their name's really getting out there. They're starting to enter that exponential growth phase, so it should be pretty exciting times for current and potential shareholders of MDHI. All right, that's about all I got from this press release. I know Siffy, he signs up for that. He's not able to join us this morning, but he signs up for the Costco fall promotion mailers in his hometown in Hawaii there, and I know he got one either yesterday or the day before. And first thing he did was check for the Medipendent, and he found it. So that's kind of pretty cool when you can, hold something like that in your hands.
Well, I believe he's just a Costco member, and it goes out to all their Costco members. I don't believe he signed up for any extra perks. It just so happens he's signed up as a Costco member, and all the members get that in the mail. So yeah, he did receive that. That's pretty exciting that it's going to be hitting all the doorsteps to all the members that are tied into Costco.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I've been trying to crack some numbers in my head. I know in the June quarter, they sold about 4,000 units, and they were expecting to massively trump that in this quarter. So once we get some final numbers for sales of units during this quarter, and then you factor in those monthly recurring revenues, it could be bringing in some pretty good chump change once we enter early 2013, if I do say so. That's about all I got, though. You got any chart update on that? It's been holding this 004 level pretty well.
004 and 0035 is a key level of support. We got key resistance at the moving averages, which they're all kind of hunched up in close to each other there, where you got the 20-day sitting at 0044, the 50-day sitting at 0045, and you got the 100-day at 0047. And those three moving averages have been acting as some resistance in the past. When we were able to break above the 20, the 50, and the 100-day, the stock has made a nice breakout. So if MDHI can get through those moving averages, which are all bunched in there together between 0044 and 0047, it could have a nice move to the upside. And the next key resistance is going to be that 200-day moving average sitting at 0054. But like you can see on that chart, huge support at that 0035 level. We've been bouncing off that. It's been holding. We need to hold that key level of support. I like how the PPO is getting ready for a crossover. Same with the blue bars on the histogram. Now, when we see those blue bars on the histogram flip over to the top side, that's going to be very bullish. Currently, they're just about to flip over, and you have the PPO pinching right now. I'd like to see those lines cross like we had the slow stow crossover back on October 8th, roughly. And the slow stow has been moving up. The slow stow is looking strong. I'd like to see that line get above the 50 MA overlay. So I like this chart setup a lot. Just want to see that support hold at 0035, and I'd like to see it get through those resistance points, the 20, 50, and 100-day moving averages.
Definitely, man. Do you want to roll back to me quick there, technical guru in the background? Just check it out on Pink Sheets before we move on to the next stock here. As we've mentioned several times, we like to see companies in current information status, pumping out financials, keeping their shareholders updated, disclosure. MDHI has been okay about that in press releases. You know, they're talking about all the warrant cancellations and whatnot, and they've mentioned the share structure a couple times in some of the press releases in the past. This is way out of date. They need to get over-the-counter current information status on Pink Sheets and get those financials out to put some, to basically solidify some of these numbers that they're putting out in the press, and I think that'll have a very favorable effect on the share price. So hopefully they can do that soon here once they enter profitability. Next stock we're going to talk about is
Thank you for listening to Stock Traders Talk Radio. All views and topics talked about on Stock Traders Talk Radio is solely for entertainment purposes. We are not professional financial advisors and always recommend you seek the advice of a professional financial advisor. Never invest in any stock featured on our show unless you can afford to lose your entire investment. The information contained on our show is based on sources which we believe to be reliable, but is not guaranteed by us as being accurate, and might not be a complete statement or summary of the available data. Stock Traders Talk Radio advises that the investments in companies profiled are commonly considered to be high risk, and use of the information provided is at the investor's sole risk. Thank you for listening to Stock Traders Talk Radio.